Jeremiah, next to Officer.
1,000 Tamaya.
You know what I mean? Today this is the history class. You know what I mean? We're gonna break down how black people, you know what I mean, Negroes are not Africans, but actually we are the slaves that was in the time of Egypt. You know what I mean? Your blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indian people that you know today that's been enslaved by the white man, we actually are the Israelites according to the Bible. You know what I mean? We were the only ones that fit these curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Matter of fact, we can start right there. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28. You know what I mean? It's a big myth in the world that Negroes are Africans. You know what I mean? You got your conscious community, your Pan-African, all the so-called melanated black people. They want to trace their line and they heritage back to what the Bible called Hamites, which are your so-called Africans today. So we're going to break down how Negroes are not African, but we are the Israelites that was enslaved during the time of Egypt, right. Just like we slaves in America today. So give me Deuteronomy 28, start at, give me verse 15.
Come on, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Right,
so the Lord gave Moses an order to go and tell blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indian people, or the children of Israel, you know what I mean, if they don't obey all the commandments, the laws and statutes that the Most High laid down, then all the curses that's written in this Bible was going to overcome us and you know what I mean, punish us, basically. You know what I mean? All these curses that's written in Deuteronomy chapter 28, 15 on down to 68, the Lord told Moses, tell the children of Israel, if they don't obey all my commands, all my commandments, that they're going to be cursed. All these curses are going to overtake them, you know what I mean? And skip me down to 68 real quick. This is one of the curses, you know what I mean, written in the Bible that overcame black people. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It said the Lord should bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now we know that you read the book of Exodus, hell, even in Genesis, we went to the land of Egypt. You know what I mean? We didn't go with ships. You know what I mean? We went on feet. So the Lord said, read that part again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It said the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. This time with ships. Meaning the Lord is speaking about slavery. You know what I mean? We came over here in what, cargo slave ships? We came over here in slave ships. So the Lord said he was going to bring us into Egypt. And the word Egypt means what?
Bondage.
Bondage. House of bondage. You know what I mean? The word Egypt means house of bondage. Matter of fact, look that up real quick to prove it.
Come on, in the Bible. Come on, sir.
Prove what Egypt means.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Right, so Egypt means the house of bondage. Your slavery, your captivity. You know what I mean? Give me back to the verse.
Come on.
Read it again.
Exodus. Oh, okay, sorry. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord shall bring thee in bondage again with ships. Now, where was black people? When did black people go into bondage with ships? Where did that take place? Who know? Where did black people go into bondage with ships? Somebody online, let me know. Go ahead, Marco Lott.
Would that be America?
Yes. It's America. Actually, it's all over the earth. But we came over here in ships to America. You know what I mean? We also went in ships over there to Portugal, Spain, etc. Read that again, some of y'all.
Come on, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
You too wild? Okay, you good?
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And we haven't seen our homeland no more. We haven't seen the land of Israel, Jerusalem. We haven't seen that since we've been over here. We're trying to get the kingdom of heaven back. You know what I mean? But right now, we in the house, we in bondage, in slavery in America. Is that it on that?
Sir.
Keep going.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
And he said we should be sold to our enemies. That lets you know that who's your enemy. Where are you in bondage right now? In America, right? Okay. The Lord is letting you know that the white man is your enemy.
Right.
Not your brother, not your friend, not your president. Your enemy, man.
That's right.
So you went out there and voted for your enemy. You went out there and voted for the Lord's enemy. What you think the Lord gonna do to you? Slavery wasn't bad enough. I mean, we got to keep getting punished because we love our enemy, man. We love our oppressor, the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Skip up the matter of fact, let me get into from Babylon to Timbuktu real quick.
Come on, sir.
We're gonna start right here. I know the name of it in the author. Title.
This is the book of Babylon to
from Babylon.
From Babylon to Timbuktu. The author is Rudolph R. Windsor. All right, we're gonna read from, sir.
Shalom on Christ. Put your phone on mute unless you got a question or a comment. All right. Akash, can you see the questions? Can y'all see the questions?
There's no questions.
Okay. All right. Start right there.
Khan. From Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
Read that one more time.
In 70 AD,
At the beginning.
Khan, sir. In the year 65 BC.
In the year 65 BC, go ahead.
The Roman armies under General Pompey.
The Roman armies, the white man again, the Roman armies under General Pompey, go ahead.
Captured Jerusalem.
Did what?
Captured Jerusalem.
They captured Jerusalem. Go ahead.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
What that mean when they put an end to the Jewish state? That mean they destroyed it. They put an end to our state. They destroyed our state. Go ahead.
With great slaughter.
With great slaughter. I mean, they killed us, man. This back in 70 AD. We think we're trying to stop the white man from being racist today. The white man been racist. Right. The white man been killing us for thousands of years. You can't take the racism out of white people. You can't take the racism out of African people. Africans racist too.
Right.
Africans don't love you either. We're gonna prove that. What they call us a kata? A kata? What a kata mean?
Cotton picker.
Cotton picker. Good night. Hey, we trying to be Africans. They call you a cotton picker. Right. They're letting you know that we didn't pick cotton in slavery like you Negroes did. We not the same. Keep reading.
Khan, sir. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and articides were committed against the residue of the people.
Meaning what was committed?
Many, it's like atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
What word was it? Let me see.
It's like I got atrocities.
Atrocities. Outrages and atrocities. Read that again.
It's like atrocities. Many outrages Many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
So they're basically saying many outrages and a lot of killing was done against the residue of the people. Go ahead.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Read that part again. Y'all listen to this right here. Y'all want to know how Negroes got into Africa? 'Cause a lot of people are like, well, they put us on the slave boats over there on the continent of Africa. You know what I mean? Not knowing that we was in the land of Egypt as well, but we was slaves. But they would like to say the west coast of Africa, you know, over there in Senegal and Sierra Leone and all them places over there on the west part. They like to say, yeah, that's where they got us from. So we go back to Africa. So we Africans. And how many ethnicities live on the continent of Africa?
Come on. 54, sir.
54. Probably more than that. You know what I mean? Do you know how many different nationalities, how many different people you claiming to be? You claiming to be Nigeria, Senegalese, what's the other? Egyptian. What's the other one? Hamites people, y'all know him. What's the name? Give me another one. Libyan. Give me another one.
Kenya.
Kenyan. Give me another one.
Something.
Give me another one. Nah, give me one specific. Ethiopia. Zimbabwe. You know what I mean? We claim to be all them, man. And we not them at all. Keep going.
Come on, sir.
And if you are those people, why think about it? Black people, we have to do what? We have to take on their culture, right? You don't see black people taking on the culture of damn Ethiopians.
Like it, sir.
Go ahead.
I'm not taking no piss shower. I ain't eating no bat doo-doo, and I ain't putting no plate in my lip. So like you.
And then we got that sign here, the African sign. It's in the back. You ain't got to bring it up here, but on that, when we at camp, you know, man, you look at that African sign, man. They put plates in their lip. They cut their daughter clitoris. You know what I mean? They rub cow manure all over their body.
It's like it, sir. So that means that daughter ain't gonna get no kind of pleasure.
Oh man. Keep going.
Come on.
That's just some of the things that black people should be doing if they was Hamites.
Right.
You know what I mean? You claiming to be African, you should take on the culture that the Africans take on. You know what I mean? Get out of hip hop. You know what I mean? Stop playing sports. Go over there to the continent and experience what they experience. You know what I mean? Don't just be over here in the conscious community talking about you Kemet, and a nigga asks you, are you Egyptian? You say, nah. That defeat the whole damn purpose, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
1 million Jews fled into Africa. These not white people. You know what I mean? We are black. We are dark shaded people. Just like everybody has color to them on the earth, except for the white man. Right. So when we fled into Africa, we fled amongst another dark race of people like us. You know what I mean? But that don't mean that we are that particular nation. Keep going.
It's like if I may.
Go ahead.
Joseph had took Christ to Egypt to blend in amongst them.
Right.
Running from the Romans as well.
Right. Exactly. You know what I mean? Give me you can get Jeremiah real quick. Give me Jeremiah.
Come on, sir.
Let me know when you got some, Makai.
Jeremiah, what again, sir?
12 and 9, I believe.
Come on, sir. Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
This for all you black people who don't want to believe that the Hispanic tribes is Israelites. I mean, the Lord said his heritage is as a speckled bird. You know what I mean? And it's for you melanated people who just believe that everybody is just black and not different shades. We different shades. Matter of fact, let me look up speckle. We're gonna look up what the word speckle means. You know, black people, they get silly. Look at the word speckle. The word speckle, it says cover or mark with a large number of small spots or patches of color. So there's different shades of colors, man. You got dark skin, light skin, Negroes. You got dark skin, light skin, red bone, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Jamaicans, Haitians. We different shades, man. Everybody, we didn't all start out as pitch black. You know what I mean? They got you thinking that everybody's just one skin tone. You know what I mean? It didn't start out like that. The Lord said, read that again.
My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Not only are we different shades, but we all fit the curses, the specific curses that we fit. You know what I mean? That puts us together, that unites us together. So it ain't even just the color, it's the condition we suffer under these oppressors, man. That's what you got to think about when you're reading the Bible. And why I just read Deuteronomy 28 and 68. It's only a particular people that came in slavery in the house of bondage on ships. And they not Hamites. They not so-called Africans. Them Africans let you know that. Right. You know, Africans identify themselves as they tribe, man. We don't know our tribe. Who know where African American came from? Who know where the word African American came from? Who coined that phrase, man? That term, African American. Who said you are two continents, which is stupid as hell? Because Jesse Jackson, man. I think it was like in the 80s. He said we are African Americans, man.
Right.
Two continents. That would have you confused, man.
Like you said, these in the 80s. You got some brothers out there way older.
Right.
Than that term.
Right.
It's like I said, if I may, it was 1985.
Wow, I'm 174.
Right. Like you was born before that. What were they calling us then? What? Color? Afro American? Keep going.
Come on, sir. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
You can stop right there. As a speckled bird, man. It's different shades, man. Jeremiah 14:2 say what? We are black unto the ground.
Okay.
You dig into the earth, it's different shades of brown, man. The Lord lets you know all over the Bible we are different shades. But we Israelites. You know what I mean? Give me Exodus 11 and 7. And then we're going to get into... matter of fact, before you go there, give me after the million Jews real quick. Is there more on that?
Come on, sir. It has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
So that's how we got into Africa, fleeing from the white man. You know what I mean? Fleeing from persecution. We went amongst another dark race of people.
Right.
Go ahead.
Fleeing from Roman persecution.
Go ahead.
And slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
The slave markets were filled with black Jewish slaves, man. That's letting you know right there. What more do y'all want? The slave markets were filled with black Jewish slaves. Now we know that the Jews are black. You know what I mean? But they're letting you know that it was 1 million Jews that fled into Africa amongst them Hamites. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Now I was reading Deuteronomy 28, verse 64.
Oh, you got that in the book?
Yeah, I got it in the book.
Go ahead, because I was gonna precept that anyway.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other.
Right, so the Lord should scatter us amongst all people, all nations, from one end of the earth to the other. And you find blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people all over the earth, man. We waking up every day trying to come back to the truth. I mean, we the lost sheep, we the scattered sheep, like the scriptures say. Read that again. And
the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Scatter thee amongst all people. So in the Bible, when you read about black Jews, you read in the book of Acts chapter 5, when it said the Jews coming, give me that real quick.
Come, sir.
Give me that real quick.
Acts chapter 2, verse 4. I'm going to read a little bit down. Verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation,
All right, what?
out of every nation,
This us being scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. We were amongst all nations on the earth. So when Paul was out there and when Peter was out there waking up, Israel, the so-called Gentiles, them were Jews he was speaking with. Go ahead.
and they were dwelling at Jerusalem, Jews,
They were dwelling at Jerusalem. What?
Jews,
Jews. Go ahead.
devout men,
Devout men
out of every nation.
out of every nation. Them million Jews that fled into Africa, it was more Jews that fled into all the rest of the continents, states, cities. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Under heaven.
Under heaven. Give me back where you were.
Khan, Jeremiah 12:9.
2864.
Khan, sir.
So now we know we scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and we all over this place, man. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
And that's how we got amongst them Hamites, them Africans. You know what I mean? Not because you African, but because the Lord scattered you amongst all nations. So he scattered you amongst them Hamites. Go ahead.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Right, we serving other gods. That Christianity, that's another god. That's a false god. Islam, another false god. Hindu, you know what I mean? That Kaaba stone. We all into false gods and idolatry, man. Because the Lord put us away for a time. Now he's bringing us back. Keep going.
Okay. This prophecy and all the residue of the prophecies contained in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
You can start right there. They just let you know that it correlates with the scriptures. All right, now we're gonna get the book, The Black Image in the Minds of Whites. I'm gonna have you read it real quick. I'm gonna start on page.
It's like order.
Start on page 75. Black Image in the Minds of Whites. Hold on, let me get it. All right, it's page 75. Hold on.
So we're gonna have to see the order.
You're gonna start right here where it say the originator, and then you're gonna read that part, and then you're gonna scroll down, read that part. I'll let you know when to stop. All right, this book called The Black Image in the Minds of White, you know what I mean, was written by George Frederickson, and it says it's a debate of the Afro-Americans, you know what I mean, their character and their destiny. So, you know what I mean, they was planning our future. They was looking at us, studying our character, our characteristics, you know what I mean, studying what we're about. Y'all know they do that right now, man. Right. You know what I mean, they've been studying us. That's why you got LeBron James, Michael Jordan, all them famous Negroes, man. They was studying us. They know who to take from us and turn into sellouts. They was doing this back in the 1700s. I mean, they've been examining us. Go ahead.
The originator of the new scientific ethnology was Dr. Samuel George Morton of Philadelphia,
Go ahead.
who published a book in 1839 that promised to bring an end to loose speculation about racial origins and differences by opening an era of hard-headed empirism. Morton's Crania Americana was the result of years of collecting and examining human skulls.
So read what the his name was Samuel what now? Read that part again.
Okay.
It's at the top.
Like
First line.
So Dr. Samuel George Morton
Dr. Samuel Morton, go ahead.
of Philadelphia,
Go ahead.
who published a book in 1839
So he published a book. Samuel Morton published a book in 1839. Go ahead.
that promised to bring an end to loose speculation about racial origins.
Right. So they were studying racial origin. They want to know what Negroes, come from, because in their mind, we are Africans. You know what I mean? We Hamites.
Right.
So they were studying us because if we were Hamites, what would that mean? According to the Bible, if we were Hamites, who knows? What did it say about Hamites? You about to say something?
That's like it said it makes a difference between us.
No, not that. Hamites. What it say about Ham? When Ham got cursed, what did it say about Ham being cursed? Or Canaan? Give me give me Genesis.
I know, sir.
Go ahead. What is it?
He should be a servant of all
He
servants.
should be a servant of all servants. So they were comparing us to Ham, and they saying if black people are Africans, that means they should be our slaves forever. You know what I mean? They should be servants of servants. I mean, that's why they saying we were Hamites, we were Africans, because they get to punish us forever. So they had to go study the racial origins of people, specifically Negroes, man. They wanted to find out. They studied our characteristics. Like, let me see what's up. Who are these Negroes? They went and study our scientists went and study our skulls, man, our cranium. Keep going. It's about to get into it.
As he gathered and studied the crania of different types of men, Morton became aware of the differences between white, Indian, and Negro skulls, and of the fact that the ancient crania from a given race did not seem to differ from those of their modern descendants.
Right. So he said it wasn't, when he studied them craniums, he said it wasn't different from, the people in the what?
Kamakan.
Read that last part.
Kamakan. Did not seem to differ from those of their modern descendants.
From their modern descendants. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Morton concluded that the races had always had the same physical characteristics.
Go ahead.
And by implication, the same mental qualities.
Go ahead.
In the 1840s, Morton collaborated with George R. Gilden, an Egyptologist who provided him with mummy heads and information about. Stop right there.
Keep going. Scroll down. Keep going.
The racial.
So they were studying the skulls, like I said. You were the Egyptologist, a scientist. All these people who like to say the Bible don't deal with science. This science right here.
Right.
I mean, the white man went out, and it's the white man. So black people gonna respect it now. I mean, we out there giving you the curses, letting you know that we the Jews, according to the Bible, they don't want to listen to us.
Right.
They don't want to listen to Commander and Yahanna. They don't want to believe Christ is black, etc. Well, you bring up the white man, who they highly favor, a scientist. You know what I mean? You say the word scientist, black people are like, oh, it got to be true. You know what I mean? So scientists letting you know they were studying black people cranium. This is what they find out. Go ahead.
The racial significance of Egyptian tomb inscriptions and crania published in 1844, Morton pointed out that both cranial and archaeological evidence
Cranium and archaeological evidence. Go ahead.
showed that the Egyptians were not Negroes.
Showed that the what?
That the Egyptians were not Negroes.
So he studied the cranium and the archaeological evidence, meaning they was looking at the hieroglyphics and all the inscriptions over there in Egypt. And they came up to the conclusion that what?
The archaeological evidence showed that the Egyptians were not Negroes.
The Egyptians were not Negroes. Give me Exodus 11 and 7. Hold right there.
Come on, sir. Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. Against man or beast that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
The Lord put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. It's in the Bible, man. I mean, we use these books to back up the truth. Not because them books is the Bible, but because the Most High word is true. You know what I mean? But we got to go get evidence to prove it, because people don't want to believe the Bible. So we got to prove it. We got to back it up with evidence in the world. You know what I mean? And the white man, who is the devil, who's ruling right now, found out this in 1840. So they've been knowing that you Negroes was Jews, Israelites.
It's like you. And I sit back and watch how the white man he loved to study Egypt, because Egypt had us in bondage for a long time.
Right.
And he studied how they had us in bondage for a long time, because he wanted to keep us in bondage for a long time.
Right. America is spiritually Egypt. America is patternized after Egypt.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He studied them Hamites. That's another thing. Black people want to be Africans. Africans had you in the house of bondage. They had us in slavery, man. You want to be the people? You want to stay in slavery? The black people who believe that they Africans, that's the spirit of, you know, you read the book of Exodus and we wanted to go back to Egypt, turn on Moses, want to go back to Egypt. That's the spirit of black people want to be Africans, man. You know what I mean? That's the spirit of, I want to stay in slavery. You know what I mean? I was better under Pharaoh, under the slave master. And the Lord gonna punish you for that, man. Man, if you think the white man who is your oppressor, that you can, you know what I mean, he gonna free you, and you in under bad conditions, man. Like, do you think the white man gonna free you? I just heard that Kamala Harris is trying to legalize prostitution. I just heard Kamala Harris, who black people think is a black woman, who is a white woman. Her grandfather is a slave owner. She's trying to legalize prostitution. So she about to destroy black women even more. And they say, what, 94% voted for her? 94% black women voted for a white woman who's trying to legalize prostitution and make them whores, man. Continue to make them whores. And the scripture say, what about whoredom? What does it say about black women being whores? What does scripture say about black women? Look it up real quick.
Somebody Isaiah?
No, not in Isaiah. I'm talking about the law.
Oh, that should have no whores.
Look that up.
I got it, sir.
Kamala Harris, who black people think is a sister. Okay, guys, look that up for me. Look up Kamala Harris. We're gonna break, cause that ties into the breakdown tonight. You know what I mean? We've been oppressed by the Africans and any damn devils, man. You got it?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead, read it real quick.
Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
There should be no whores of the daughter of Israel. She about to legalize. She fighting to legalize prostitution. The Lord said, you shouldn't be no whore, black woman. Keep going.
Nor a sodomite.
Nor a sodomite, which is a homosexual. You can't be black woman can't be a whore, a lesbian. Black man can't be a homosexual, man. Or a whoremonger, which would be like a pimp.
Right.
Oh man, we can't be none of that. And that's the law. You serve God, you serve the Most High. You can't be a whoremonger, a whore. You can't be no prostitute, man. You got it, Akash? Look up on Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris' father. The posse, look up. Give me numbers 1 and 18. Did we? Where we stop at, Thamayan?
Oh, my bad.
I know I'll be all over.
Yeah, I looked up.
No, he go look. Read this.
Don't call, sir. I got it, sir. Father of Donna Harris.
Okay, read that real quick.
Read this.
No, her father, Kamala Harris. Give me the part where it said her father is in Jamaica or something like that.
Jamaican American. Okay, Donald Jasper Harris.
Donald Jasper Harris is Kamala Harris' father. Go ahead.
is a Jamaican American,
is a Jamaican American. Go ahead.
economist, and professor emeritus at Stanford University.
Keep going.
Known for applying post-Keynesian ideas to develop economics.
No, it's something that says her father. I read it. Let you know who her father is. Wikipedia.
You told Kamikaze, sir? You told
Because her father's not a Benjamite.
We say he's Indo-Jamaican.
Con.
I get that, sir.
Could let you know her father was a slave owner, which makes her a white woman. So when just because it said Jamaica, that don't mean it's a Benjamite.
Okay, I got it, sir. Okay. Kamala Harris' family did not come from India to Jamaica to exploit black slaves. Okay, Slaki. My family came to Jamaica from India.
He said her family came to Jamaica from India. Go ahead.
To exploit the black African slaves we bought like cattle.
To exploit the black African slaves we bought like cattle. That's clear. That's clear. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Now I pretend
is that in quotation? Did it say she said that?
It's quotation, sir.
Keep going.
This is a claim. This is her.
Go ahead.
Let me read that again.
Come on.
My family came to Jamaica from India to exploit the black African slaves we bought like cattle.
So her father is not Jamaican like we know Jamaican people. No, so-called Jamaican people. Meaning she's not Israelite, basically. Go ahead.
Now I pretend to be African American.
She pretend to be African American. Why everybody want to pretend to be African American, man? What was the other lady name? The other devil, Dozelle. What was her name, man? It was another Edomite lady. Said she was black and she knows she was white.
She was NAACP?
I believe so. Dozelle, something like that. But this another white woman claiming to be African American. Read that again.
Come on, sir. Now I pretend to be African American to exploit them for votes. To exploit them for votes.
Exploit them for votes. Go ahead.
Says a caption with a 2017 photo of Democratic vice presidential candidate Kamala Harris.
I need to get her father though. You got it. Let me.
Cruz was the lady that was a professor who was pretending to be black as well.
Who?
Jessica Cruz.
Hey, look at who her father though. Let me get her father. It says specifically a slave owner. They had a little bit on it, but it's specifically. If not, just give me numbers 1 to 18 real quick.
The book of Numbers.
But just let y'all know, Kamala Harris is not a sister. She's a white woman. You know what I mean? She is the child of a slave owner. Go ahead.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month.
Mm-hmm.
And they declared their pedigree.
And they declare they what?
Their pedigree.
They what?
Their pedigree.
Look at what pedigree is. Look at what pedigree is. For all the people who like to say, well, slave masters, they rape black women. Slave masters rape black women, so that would mean we all white. We all white people because slave masters rape the black woman, right? Look at what pedigree means. Akash?
So I got the Kamala Harris.
No. Let me get pedigree, then we get back to that. You got it, Napash? Pedigree.
Okay.
Go ahead. Come on. Who got it? Go ahead.
Okay, I got one of them. It says the recorded ancestry.
The recorded ancestry. Go ahead.
Especially upper class ancestry of a person or family.
Of a person or a family. What the that's the second definition, right?
Con.
What's the first definition?
The record of descent of an animal showing to be purebred.
The record or descent of an animal shown to be purebred. And the second one says what? Says what?
The recorded ancestry,
The recorded ancestry,
especially upper class ancestry,
especially upper class ancestry
of a person or family.
of a person or family. You know what I mean?
Right,
Is
sir.
your forefather. Go ahead, your ancestor.
I had the father, Kamala Harris' father, information.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Pedigree is your father. Who your father is determine your identity. You know what I mean? So if your father is a slave owner, guess what? You're white. You know what I mean? Y'all got to understand that. Black people need to understand that. We think we mix with black. Your father white and your mother black, guess what? You're Edomite. If your father black and your mother white, which we shouldn't be mixing with any other race outside of Israel, but if your father's black and your mother's white, you're Israelite. Go ahead.
Well, Slav, I got another definition, like a word for pedigree, is like inherited.
God, that's it. You ain't got to go no further. It's your ancestor, man, your forefather, who your father is. Give me Numbers. Now read Numbers 1:18 over.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families.
They declare their pedigrees after their families. Go ahead.
By the house of their father.
By the house of who?
Of their father.
By the house of your father. Your father, man. Your pedigree is determined by your father. Kamala Harris is a white woman. You got it?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
Kamala Harris' ancestor was slave owner in Jamaica, her father says. Donald Harris says his roots go back to Hamilton Brown, a famous Irish-born, slave-owning British planter in Jamaica.
Read that one more time.
Kamala Harris' ancestor was slave owner in Jamaica.
Slave owner in Jamaica. They don't make him a Benjamite.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was a slave owner, and black people we don't want to look. When it comes to our ethnicity, our identity, we don't want to look at the people. Because when Joe Biden got put in office, or so-called got put in office, everybody like, yeah, Kamala Harris, man, Kamala Harris. Yeah, Kamala Harris is a white woman, man. She ain't no different than Hillary Clinton. She probably worse. You know what I mean? I seen a picture where she pouring hot sauce on some food. That's how the real black people in. You know what I mean? Take a picture pouring hot sauce, you can reel niggas in. You get nigga votes. You know what I mean? Posing with a hot sauce bottle, man. Keep going.
Calvin Khan, sir. Donald Harris says his roots go back to Hamilton Brown, an infamous Irish-born slave-owning British planter.
Infamous Irish-born slave-owning planter. So he Irish. Read that again. An infamous what?
An infamous Irish-born slave-owning British planter in Jamaica.
Keep going.
Calvin Khan. My roots go back within my lifetime to my parental grandmother, Miss Chrissy, which is Christina Brown, descendant of Hamilton Brown, who is on record as plantation and slave owner and founder of Brownstown, wrote Donald J. Harris in a 2018 essay for Jamaica Global.
So you just listen. That's why I said, what plantation do we want to be on? You want to be on Joe Biden plantation or Donald Trump plantation? We shouldn't be voting anyway. I mean, you can start right there. Get me back to reading. I just let y'all know that Kamala Harris, she ain't nothing either, man. She's a white woman. Go ahead, Marco Lop.
Wow.
If I could, do we like keep it just deep into it, like to go to say like, because I seen with Commander Yahanna, one time, like kind of the Irish, they were like the police and stuff over here, like so when they first came over here, they were acting wild, and then they became the police, and like with her folk being like Irish and all that even more reason why she be trying to lock all that stuff, because like naturally, like, you know what I'm saying, like them being like the police. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like,
Nah, but if Commander Yahanna said it, then it's right.
It's like I mean, when the Irish first came over here, they came over here in the town of Jamestown, Virginia. They came over here as indentured slaves. Not my bad, indentured servants, not indentured slaves, indentured servants. Then they turned into taskmasters and stuff like that. They're the first one. They're the first ones that had brought about white privilege in America.
And where you stop at? You was right. I believe you was the racial significant Egyptian inscription too.
John Concert. The racial significance of Egyptian tomb inscriptions in crania, published in 1844, Morton pointed out that both cranial and archaeological evidence showed that the Egyptians were not Negroes as abolitionists and colonizationists had maintained, and that, in fact, blacks had been regulated to the same servile position.
Blacks have been what?
Been regulated to the same servile position.
It said blacks have been relegated to the same servile position. Go ahead.
In ancient Egypt as in modern America.
In ancient Egypt, just like in modern America. So they let you know, like just like you were slaves in Egypt, them the same people that's slaves in America right now. Make sure it don't die down. Them the same. We the same people that are slaves in America right now. When it said relegated, that means like a downgrade. We put in an inferior position. Just like how we living today. We the poorest. You know what I mean? We suffer the most. That's how it was in Egypt. How do I know? Give me when Moses. Give me when the Hebrews was, fighting each other in the book of Exodus. Prove that they was oppressing us in Egypt, man.
When Moses had killed the Egyptians.
Yeah, sir. Man, they like to speak about black on black crime in America. We about to bring up how we was getting oppressed in Egypt thousands of years ago, and the same thing was going on. Oh man, ain't nothing new under the sun.
Sir.
It's in Exodus.
Get it? Okay.
Hey, Moses was killing them Hamites. You talking about you African? Moses was killing Africans. Oh man.
You talking about the part when Moses was killing the Egyptians, right, sir?
When the Hebrews was fighting the Hebrews.
Hebrews fighting Hebrews?
Yeah, remember?
Sir. I don't know about that one, sir.
Let me look it up. You don't remember Hebrew fighting Hebrew? Moses tried to stop them?
No, he killed the Egyptian, right?
Nah, that's the same chapter.
Yeah, sir.
What chapter you at?
I'm looking at Exodus. Right here, Exodus 2 and 12.
What it say?
And he looked this way and that way.
But go up.
Come on, sir. And it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren and looked unto their burdens. Mm-hmm. And he spied an Egyptian smiting the Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way. Mm-hmm. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian. Right,
so Moses seen the Egyptian, a Hamite, doing what to a Hebrew?
Smiting the Hebrew.
Smiting the Hebrew. What does smite mean? It's a racist police officer smite a nigga today. What that mean? Napash? Nah. Makulat?
That doesn't mean that he was beating him.
He was what?
Does it mean he was hitting him?
He was hitting him. What it mean to smite? He was hitting him, man. He was beating him. Keep going.
Sir. What was that? Somebody It's like
Come on.
I'm trying to remember the verse I was at. It's like I said.
It's like they use that end of 12, but it's like
Okay. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens. And he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew,
Go ahead.
one of his brethren.
He spied. He seen an Egyptian hitting a Hebrew, one of his brethren. Where that let you know that Moses is an Israelite? And he seen a Egyptian hitting an Israelite. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian.
Right. So Moses looked both ways. He ain't see nobody in sight. He killed that damn African man for hitting his brother. Go ahead.
And he hid him in the sand.
Not only did he kill him, he hid him in the sand. He buried him in the sand. Go ahead.
Come on. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
It said the 2 Hebrews did what?
Wherefore smitest?
No. 2 Hebrews did what?
Behold, the 2 men of the Hebrews strove together.
What did it mean they strove together? Keep reading.
And he said to him that did the wrong,
He said to him that did it wrong, go ahead.
wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
So what did it mean they strove together? By what Moses just said. What did it mean they strove together? By what Moses just said, what did it mean they strove together? It's in the context. Napash?
They stroll together, so they pretty much walk together.
No.
They stroll.
Read it again. Some of y'all.
God, sir. Come on, God. Verse 13. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together.
2 men of the Hebrews strove together. Keep going.
that's like it,
Hold on. Go ahead.
And he said to him that did the wrong,
He said to him that did the wrong. So we know that somebody is doing something wrong to somebody. Go ahead.
wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
What? Wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? That should be the answer. Marcolat?
Oh.
It's like it says the saying like it said the boy was locking hands and
They were fighting each other, man. Just make it simple. Make it simple. They were fighting each other, man. You see 2 black people love fighting, right? You see 2 brothers fighting today. That's what was going on. Moses seen that. Right after he killed the Egyptian or African for hitting his brother. The next day he come out, he see 2 brothers fighting. Like we see police beating up black men, but we still see black men want to fight each other, right?
Okay.
What you about to say?
So basically, Moses came out and did it. It's like, can we all get along, man?
Yeah, like he looking at his brothers like, damn, like Commander Yahanna said it best. He said, black people, us suffering oppression and being in slavery for over 400 years, that's what create the black on black violence, man. You so oppressed, they got us fighting each other because they got the power in their hand. Shalom on Christ. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Verse 14. And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us?
You start right there. Give me back where you had, give me back to, what part you started at? The crane.
Okay. All Morton's findings were interpreted as supporting the belief that Negroes were permanently inferior to whites.
Go ahead.
And eventually he followed the logic of his discoveries to the point of arguing that Negroes had been separately created to inhabit tropical Africa and that only Caucasians were authentic descendants of Adam.
Right, they try to say the white man descendants of Adam. You know that's a lie. Know what I mean? How do we know that's a lie? Because who else is a descendant of Adam? Who is a direct descendant of Adam? Tell me, y'all.
Or who's direct descendant of Adam?
Who is a direct descendant of
We
Adam?
are.
Yeah, who else?
The Spanish name making
Who else? Give me somebody specific.
Esau.
No. Okay,
Cain.
you say that,
Cain.
then they just said the white man is descendant. No. Who is direct descendant of Adam? Who is Adam? Who is Adam? Come on, man.
That's like it, huh?
Marco Lot?
Would it be Isaac?
Who?
Isaac, like,
Yeah, but I ain't talking about him.
Shalaki out of one.
Go ahead.
You talking about Cain and Abel?
Nope. All of us come from Adam. But they basically trying to say Adam is what? A white man.
Okay.
How do we know he's not a white man? Right. Yahushua, man. Christ, man. Christ, man. Now Adam ain't he's not an Israelite tribe, but Adam is who?
Christ.
He's Christ. Oh, man. And Cain was cursed with what? Leprosy. That's why the white race the color they are. You know what I mean? Everybody else have black in them. Some shade. You know what I mean? Some shade to them. Read that part again. What you about to say?
Yeah, everybody else has some pigmentation.
Pigmentation.
He doesn't because he cursed.
Yeah.
So that's why you see his blood show forth through his skin. That way he look pink.
He lacked pigmentation. Give me back to the read that part.
I gotta put the phone back on, sir.
Let's see. I don't know which part you was at.
Okay. And that only Caucasians were authentic descendants of Adam.
Right. They said only Caucasian were descendants of Adam. That's a lie. Go ahead.
Morton's of the polygenes of the races was vigorously supported by Dr. Josiah C. Knott of Mobile, Alabama, whose own researchers had led him to believe that the mulatto was a genuine hybrid, weaker and less fertile than either parent stock. Joining Morton and Gideon Knott completed the scientific triumvirate which attempted to convince educated Americans that the Negro was not a blood brother to the whites.
A Negro is not a blood to the whites.
I'm telling you.
Now, Esau is brothers with who? Jacob. You know what I mean? Like Captain Cesario said, we more related to whites than Africans. We more related to white men than Africans, even though he our enemy. But we more related to him than the Africans. Go ahead.
Like I said, they don't like that.
I know they don't like it.
They hit that with a passion.
They don't like it, but that's true.
Kabaka.
I mean, the Lord don't like that we claim to be Africans. You got to deal with it. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Their effort was given invaluable support with Louis Agassiz, the great Swiss biologist who immigrated to America in 1846.
If Esau didn't lack pigmentation, they'll love it, though. Because they going by colorism. They're going by the color.
And it's like, if I may, when black people go by colorism, they don't know they under that theory. What's that theory called? The Willie Lynch theory.
Willie Lynch theory.
Yeah, when he turned the light-skinned Negro against the black-skinned Negro.
That's why I went to the speckled bird earlier.
Kamakan, sir.
You know what I mean? But you can stop right there.
Kamakan, sir.
Give me Ham. Look up Ham.
Kamakan, sir.
The top result.
Go ahead.
You have a question online, but it might not be on time. Doing a breakdown. Mike Schleyer says, Salaki, sir, can you get a breakdown on Revelations 11 and 8?
If you get that, read Ham real quick.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
The youngest son of Noah.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood.
So Ham was before the flood. You can find that in the book of Genesis. Go ahead.
And of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Mm-hmm.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So what did progenitor mean? Ham is the progenitor of the dark races. What does progenitor mean? Napash? You looked it up?
He was the first.
Look it up. Look it up. Progenitor. The progenitor of the dark races. You know it.
The forefather, the original father.
You got it, Napash?
Of course, I got it right here. The progenitor, a person or thing from which a person, animal, or plant is descended or originates, an ancestor or parent.
Read that again.
A person or thing.
A person or thing. Go ahead.
From which a person,
animal,
or plant
is
descended or
originates.
An ancestor or parent.
An ancestor or parents, like Thamayan said, a forefather. So it said Ham is the progenitor of the dark races. Keep going. So he's the forefather, the ancestor of the dark races. Keep going.
He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes.
Not the who?
Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes, man. Not you so-called African Americans, you Afro Americans, you color folks. You know what I mean? You wetbacks. You know what I mean? You spicks. Not you. But the dark races, not you Negroes, man. Go ahead.
But the Egyptians. Ethiopians.
He the progenitor of the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, go ahead.
Libyans.
The Libyans.
And Canaanites.
And the Canaanites, man. So when them Hamites, when the Lord dealing with them Hamites, you shouldn't see no profile picture of a Hamite flag. You know what I mean? I mean, we got so much sympathy for them Hamites. You know, when a Hamite passed away, the Libyan flag is your profile pic. We got to pray for them.
Right.
And meanwhile, in their mind, you a kata, you a cotton picker. You know what I mean? What profile picture they got of Negroes in America getting shot down?
All right.
Where Sandra Bland photo at? Where's Corinne Gaines? George Floyd?
Right.
Trayvon Martin? Nah, man. And we act like they can relate. They cannot relate, man. They can't relate to slavery. They can't relate to that because who know why they can't relate to slavery? There's a reason why.
It's like I would say they own people slavery.
Say what?
They do have slavery in that area. They own people.
But why they can't relate to us being in slavery?
Because we're getting oppressed by another nation.
They getting oppressed too. Why they can't relate to us, our slavery?
That's a lot, yes, sir.
Go ahead, Mark Lot.
Is it because they know who they are? We don't.
No. Why they can't relate to our slavery? Throw me on.
Because they ain't going on them ships.
They ain't going on them ships, meaning what? If they ain't going on them ships, what did they do?
They the ones sold us on them
That's
ships.
why they can't relate. Because they know they help us go into slavery. They can't relate. They know who you are, man. They help put you in slavery, man. That's why they can't relate. That's why they say, no, I'm not Negro. I'm not a Kata. I'm Nigerian. That's why they tell you that.
They really been saying, no, I'm above you.
Yeah, I'm better than you. You inferior race.
Right.
I mean, I'm superior. Meanwhile, the Lord said they the servants of servants. Give me that scripture, Tyree and Zadon.
Come on, sir.
Give me, what is that, Obadiah?
I got you, Joel.
Joel. Give me that one.
Come on, sir. Joel, chapter 3. Can I start from 3, sir?
Come on.
Chapter 3, verse 3.
After this, we're gonna get to that.
And they have cast lots for my people.
The Lord said they had cast lots for Israel, man. Go ahead.
And have given a boy for a harlot.
They had given a boy for a harlot. Go ahead.
And sold a girl for wine.
And sold a girl for wine. Go ahead.
That they may drink.
And they may drink. The Lord said they're giving a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. They find pleasure in selling us, man. How you think the white man was able to get us? How you think he was able to discern Negroes? Because he paid them Hamites to go get us. They went and found us.
And the Hamites in ones in their land.
Yeah, we in their land. So how did they find us? They knew that we wasn't the same people. It was easy to find us because we not them. That's how they was able to get us. Just like you go to New York, them Hamites know they not us, man.
Yeah.
They know they not us. Go ahead, keep reading.
Come on, sir. Verse 4. Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Lord said, yeah, what do you got to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? Go ahead.
And all the coast of Palestine.
All the coast of Palestine. Tyre and Zidon is what that was like the slave. Go ahead.
South Africans, the Canaanites.
Like,
Jezebel was from Tyre.
I know they Hamites, but I know Tyre and Zidon were like specific areas, right?
Come. They were the Phoenicians. They were the main ones, like selling.
Right, the ports.
Yeah, ports and stuff like that.
Ports.
Same thing Jezebel was, sir.
Keep reading.
Come. Will ye render me a recompense?
The Lord said, will you render me a recompense? Go ahead.
And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head?
You gonna pay me? The Lord said, swiftly and speedily, I'm gonna return the payback. Go, man. Keep going.
Verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold,
Go ahead.
and have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things.
The Lord said, them Hamites carried into their temple the goodly and pleasant things. Go ahead.
Come, sir. Verse 6. The children also of Judah.
The children of who?
Judah.
Judites, the so-called African Americans. Go ahead.
And the children of
And
Jerusalem
the children of Jerusalem, Israel.
have ye sold
Blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people is who they sold. Go ahead.
unto the Grecians.
And to the Grecians. Who was the Grecians? White man.
Right.
You sold blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people to the white man. Africans sold blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people to the white man. That's why they can't relate to your slavery. You know what I mean? That's why they can't relate to your plight in America. Because they part of your plight in America. Go ahead.
Come, that ye might remove them far from their border.
Yeah, they removed us far from our borders. I mean, they removed us far from Jerusalem, from Israel. A lot of people think Israel is in Africa. Israel is not in Africa.
Right.
Israel is separate from the continent of Africa.
It's like it's
Israel.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
You know, listen. Listen, Israel is separate from the continent of Africa, man.
God.
They thought they had an argument.
Right.
They thought they had an argument. Israel is in the continent. Israel is not on the continent of Africa, man. It's a split. What river is that?
But sir, who made continents? The Most High made continents.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that's the white man who made continents and plate tectonics. Yeah, that's a damn. That came from a German devil.
Israel is not in Africa, man.
Come on.
I know a lot of y'all black people. I know y'all love Africa so much, but listen, Israel is not in Africa, man.
Right.
Israel is separate from
It's
Africa.
like you. And if you
It's wholly from Africa.
Go ahead. And if we really want to look into it, them Hamites ain't really African either, because they don't come from a white man named Leo Scipio Africanus.
Yeah.
So they're not African.
That goes back to African American.
Right.
You know what I mean? Leo Scipio Africanus, Amerigo Vespucci. You're not them two. You don't come from their bloodline. I mean, that's why I had the Posh read pedigree. Your pedigree is with the Negro that came in slavery on them slave ships. What do you call it nowadays? ADOS? What's that? Descendants of slaves? You got to be careful with the ADOS people, man. They don't want to add on the Hispanics as well. Yeah, I've been hearing that ADOS, ADOS. It's like an acronym for descendants of slaves and all that. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they include the Hispanics, so they garbage too. I I mean, everybody trying to come up with their own philosophy of, you know what I mean, black people being great, but don't want to include the nation of Israel. It ain't gonna work, man. That's not the solution.
Right.
The Lord is against you.
Right.
You're against the Most High. The Lord is going to war with you. You know what I mean, you are an Israelite. You're a Jew according to the Bible. Blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people, man. ADO's not gonna work. Melanated people not gonna work. Pan-Africanism not gonna work. LGBTQ, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's not gonna work. None of that, man. The Lord identify you as Israel. That's it. If you're not claiming to be Israel and you black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, then you out there sinning. You know what I mean? You breaking the laws of God and the Lord gonna punish you, man. Deal with you. Whatever philosophy you come up with. Akash?
It's like, I got a question online. It's asking about what we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's from Sheena Ward.
Mhm.
Like this, sir. So many people are believing on astrology. Is that foretold in the scriptures?
Astrology? Meaning what? Worshiping the stars?
I don't know what concept.
Nah, we don't worship the stars. No, that zodiac and all that Sagittarius, that ain't gonna do it.
Okay.
That ain't gonna do it. Yes, I'm saying.
Oh no, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know you, sir.
No, we worship the Most High, man. We follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. It's that simple. We making it seem like it's a hard thing to do. That's what happened when you turn on the Lord, man. You go outside the Bible and trying to find your own way. Now you went to the stars. Now you into praising, worshiping dead bodies and all that garbage, man. The Egyptian mummies. You know what I mean? The Lord just gave us laws, man. Laws in the Bible. That's it. It's that simple.
And the Lord said, when you follow the signs of heaven, you follow the ways of the heathen. That's in Jeremiah
Right.
10:2.
Right.
He said, don't do that. Because that's what
Matter of fact, get that. Pull that real quick.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Oh, house of Israel. Talking to Israel.
Thus says the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
That's the heathen's way. With them stars, man.
Right.
Polite say, they charter the stars.
Charter.
That mean they holy. That mean they gifted. You ain't gifted because you looked at the stars and made some mess up, man. Keep going.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Be not dismayed. Don't be shocked and appalled at the signs of heaven. At the stars of heaven. Go ahead.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
The heathens are dismayed at them. We not heathens, man. Don't be shocked at the stars, man. At the sun, the moon. Don't be shocked at that. Don't worship it either. Go ahead.
Oh, it's done, sir.
Okay, give me back where you at.
Khan, sir. What was that?
What scripture we left off on? What you were reading before that? If not, give me to the question of cause. What was that?
Was that Joel 3 and 4?
That's right.
And
Yeah,
Joel.
we done with
Okay,
that.
what was the other question?
Question has had a breakdown on Revelations 11 and 8.
Give me Revelation 11 and 8.
Revelation 11 verse 8 says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city,
Mm-hmm.
which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt,
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Go ahead.
where also our Lord was crucified.
Also, our Lord was crucified. Now, this is the precept of what we've been breaking down. It said, a dead body shall lie in the streets of the great city. What is the great city? A dead body shall lie in the streets of the great city. Go ahead.
Is that America? I mean, yeah, where we at right now?
Yeah, that's the great city. And their dead bodies should lie in the street. What does it mean their dead bodies should lie in the street?
That's like it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It's referring to like when the Third World War come, when Yahanna returned, like they gonna be laying out dead bodies. They're gonna be laying out on the street, literally. So that
Nah. Mm-mm. There's dead bodies in the street right now. Who know what it's talking about? Guys? Who that? Yahweh you die?
Call out one call. Y'all about to y'all shop up.
Yahweh Shins. Go ahead.
Is it talking about our dead bodies, you know what I'm saying? Jaw, floor, Shaka, Bland, or Shalak?
Nope.
Sorry, I was talking about people not following laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right, we dead, man. We dead bodies right now, spiritually. He said, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt. Why is it called Sodom in Egypt? Sodom mean what? That homosexuality, man. Sodom and Gomorrah, it was filled with homosexuality. In Egypt is bondage. That's what's going on right now. This revelation, this revealing what's going on.
Like I said, bro, mate. That's why in the book of Ezekiel, I think, chapter 37, where the Lord told Ezekiel to prophesy to these bones.
Right.
These dead bones, these dry bones. Mm-hmm. He was talking to them dead bodies that were laying dead. Them dead bodies laying dead in the street.
Right.
That's us.
And it wasn't saying literally dead in the street. It's talking about we walking around without this truth.
Right.
We dead. The wages of sin is what?
Death.
We dead. You know what I mean? That's why you need this truth. You put life in you, the breath of life. You know what I mean? It's saying the dead bodies should lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt, where also the Lord was crucified, man. The Lord is being crucified every day. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Spiritually, the Lord is being crucified. You a homosexual. You crucifying Christ. You know what I mean?
Like, also, when the pastor's telling you that the law's been done away with.
The law's done away with. That's another one. You know what I mean?
Also, the picture of that devil too, right, sir?
To my CJ boy,
yeah.
God. All that, man. Anything else, Kai? Okay, hold on. We finished about the give me Christ tribe. Give me Hebrews 7:14.
Come, sir.
And give me also when Israel, Ephraim was oppressed together. Mm-hmm. You got it, Hebrews?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know what tribe Christ, and listen, this they got Christ tribe in the Bible as well. So when Hamites giving you their tribe, it's along with Christ. The Hamites giving you what tribe they from, they got Christ tribe in the Bible as well. Today, Christ people is considered what? The so-called African American people, man. Or Israel, to be more specific. But specifically what tribe? The tribe of Judah. Okay, read that real quick.
Come, sir. Hebrews, chapter 7, verse 14.
Okay, guys, come on here real quick. You go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Hebrews 7:14.
Hebrews 7:14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
It's evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah. Go ahead.
Of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
Right. It's evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah. Christ comes from the tribe of Judah, man. How can we prove that? How can we prove what tribe Christ is from? How can we prove Christ is not an African and he comes from the tribe of Judah? For one, it just said it, but how can we prove it? How can we get more details of him coming from the tribe of Judah? Who knows?
Scripture says the scepter should not leave Judah.
You get one better than that. Go ahead, Michael Lott.
Is it what you showed me before about offspring of King David?
Khan. Where's that at?
I don't know what a precept is.
Yeah, I need a precept, man. I don't need you to say it. I need a precept. People need a precept. Who know? Give me 2 Samuel.
It's like, so it's the second 7:14.
Read it for me.
Okay. That's like that. I don't think that's it, sir. You say I would be his father. 2 Samuel chapter 7 verse 15. I would be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I would chasten him.
What it go above 14. You got it?
Lie, sir.
Second Samuel chapter 7 verse what? You almost had it. You was on it, man. You was on it, Mark. What's going on?
Lie again, sir.
You got it?
Lie, sir.
You went in the right chapter.
That's like, is it 7 and 23?
Read it.
Oh, the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 7, verse 23. And one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel, whom God went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land before the people which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations of.
No, not that one.
Okay,
Not that one. It's chapter 7 though. Give me verse. Let me see.
Like I said, if I may,
Go ahead.
what was the question?
How we know that Christ is from the tribe of Judah? We're in 2 Samuel chapter 7.
It's like I said, if I may.
Okay. I was trying to see if he was gonna get it, but
Oh,
go ahead. You go ahead.
14, sir.
Read it.
I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chastise him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men. How we know?
But you gotta. I mean, you gotta go above that though.
Oh, okay.
You gotta go above
13.
Let me see.
How I'm finna bring it out, sir, is okay. We know that King Solomon was David's son, and but he didn't get beat with no. He didn't get beat with the stripes of men. Christ did. None of his sons got beat with the stripes of men.
Give me verse 12.
Come on, sir. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom.
Keep going.
But he shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
Keep going.
I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chastise him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men.
Yeah, you should have read 12, 13, 14. It said he will establish his kingdom. I understand, which should proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He should build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of the kingdom forever. How did he do that? How did he establish the throne of the kingdom forever? That's through Yahushua, man. How did we know it wasn't King Solomon?
Because he only ruled for 40 years.
Right, it came to an end. That's how. Oh, man. And King Solomon did what? He slept with heathen women. He split the kingdom up. Christ did what? Christ didn't sin at all. Oh, man. Give me Matthew 1:1. Oh, give me Christ's pedigree.
Come on, sir. Hebrews 7:14.
No. You already read that one. Give me his pedigree. Not his tribe, his pedigree.
To my Luke.
His pedigree. His father, his generation.
To my Matthew 1:1.
Yeah.
Come on, sir. The book of the generation of Yahushua Mashiach,
This proves that Christ comes from the bloodline of King David. Go ahead.
the son of David.
The son of who?
The son of David.
Christ is the son of David. How is Christ the son of David? We just read it. Go ahead.
Because he was King Solomon.
All right. He was King Solomon. I ain't about to get into reincarnation, but Christ was King Solomon. Not only that, but Christ was Christ. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said he was gonna rule. He was gonna rule forever. Go ahead.
The son of Abraham.
And the son of Abraham. Who's the son of Abraham? Who's the son of Abraham?
Just like that.
Go ahead.
Would that be Isaac?
Isaac. So you got King Solomon and Isaac. That's who Christ was. The Lord put that right there for a reason. King David and Abraham, the son of King David, the son of Abraham. That's King Solomon and Isaac. That's Christ coming back. Keep reading.
Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas and his brethren.
So this is Christ's bloodline. You know what I mean? It'll go all the way back to who? Skip down to the.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one that Luke, sir.
Yeah, give me that one.
Come on, sir. Luke, chapter 3, verse 38. Which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of God.
Right. So Christ come from who? Christ is who? Adam. Adam is who? The son of God. Go ahead.
I can put a precept for that, sir.
Go ahead.
Also showing that Christ was Adam. Revelation 22:16. Revelations chapter 22, verse 16. I, Yahushua, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David.
He is the root and the offspring of David. Go ahead.
And the bright and morning star.
And the bright and morning star. Go ahead.
That's it, sir.
He is the root and the offspring of David. What is the root? What is the root? What's the metaphor for root?
The beginning, sir.
You over there like beginning. Give me something else though. Not it's the beginning, but give me something else. The root is the beginning, but give me something else though. It's 2 words I'm looking for.
Oh, it's like the foundation.
No, 2 words I'm looking for.
It's like family tree.
Family tree.
Come on,
It's a tree. The root is part of the tree. The family tree.
sir.
Oh man, read that again.
I, Yahushua, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root
He is part of the family tree. Go ahead.
and the offspring of
He's
David.
part of the family tree of David, man. We just read it in 2 Samuel. Part of the family tree of David and the offspring. What is the offspring? That's the seed, man.
Come on,
That's the seed of David. I mean, 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 11, 12, 13, 14. 12, 13, 14. Keep going. That's it.
And the bright and morning star.
What is the bright and morning star? The bright and morning star?
I'm the one that everybody supposed to look up to.
How do you know that? What is the bright and morning star? Right.
Elijah, sir.
Go ahead.
Is that the
The what?
The North Star?
Nah, man. Meaning what? What you mean by that?
Like how some of y'all just said, like, look up to, like, the God, like, find your way, like,
Nah. What's literally the bright and morning star? What is literally the bright and morning star?
The sun.
The sun, man. So read that last part. Read about the bright and morning star.
I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star.
He the bright and morning star. It ain't literally saying he the sun, but he shine bright like the bright and morning star. A lot of people try to say what? The sun meaning like this S-U-N, he's the sun. That's where that sun worship come into play. But he not talking about sun worship. He's saying he the bright and morning star. The bright and morning star, I mean, he shine bright, meaning what? You mean what? Go ahead.
He should be the one that you want to be like.
Yeah, he the one you should, you know what I mean? How black people talk today? He's shining. You know what I mean?
That's like if I may, and that's why in Isaiah, if I may, chapter 14, when they talk about the white man being Lucifer,
right?
That mean by him shining,
right?
That's why our people want to be like him because he's shining.
Look up to him, right?
Yeah, they look up to him.
You know what I mean? That's who you inspired to be like.
Come on.
If you're an Israelite, you should be trying to look up to Christ. You should be looking up to Christ. I mean, the bright and morning star. That it on that?
That's it, sir.
You got any more questions?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
You have Sister Just Q. Says, question, sir. I want to get my mind, body, and soul right, but how do I do so when my husband does nothing to do, does not do the same, or show no interest? How do I do it so I be submissive to him?
How does she do it so she could be submissive to her husband?
Or how do I do so and be submissive to him?
How does she be submissive to him?
How does she do? How does she conduct herself when the husband don't want nothing to do with it? How does she go about doing that and being submissive to him?
Do her husband know that she? Is this her first time? You got to get more info on that.
So like she's saying her husband's not in the truth, but she is. So she's trying to find out how does she get her mind, body, and soul right.
I mean, she just stayed in class getting the answers, getting the breakdowns. You know what I mean? But if her husband, do her husband like it or do he hate it? Is he not in it because he hate it?
No interest, like it.
He showed no interest. So she trying to impress him then. I mean, you could come to class, you know what I mean, and get this truth, and you still can, you know what I mean, conduct yourself in the right way, and maybe the Lord have him wake up to it. You know what I mean, by the way you conduct yourself, by the way you talk to him, by the way you act. You know what I mean? The Lord, you never know. The Lord, he might start to come into the truth by the way you act. You know what I mean? So you conduct yourself and become, you know what I mean, a woman, following these laws, statutes, and commandments, and they may make him find interest in the truth. A woman got the power to do that. I mean, sisters done did that in the truth before. You know what I mean? The way you conduct yourself, it can bring your husband into the truth. You know what I mean? Anything else?
Nah, sir. That's it.
Anybody got any questions? Any questions, any comments? Online?
Did you say you want the Judah and Israel precept? I mean, Judah and Israel being the first together precept?
Con, the parts, you got that? I told you to get that. Michael, go ahead.
Sir. Is it the one you talking about in Jeremiah 50?
Con, that's it.
All right, Con. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captive
said the children of Israel and the children of Judah was oppressed together, and all that what?
And all that took them captive held them fast.
And all that took them captive held them fast. Go ahead.
They refused to let them go.
And we still in slavery now. They refuse to let us go. You went out there and voted. They're not letting you go. Oh man, Kamala Harris about to have you women prostituting, man. You know what I mean? And don't be fooled. They about to bring in that molestation in too. They about to usher in child molestation too. Joe Biden seemed like the type that'll do it. You know what I mean? You worry about Donald Trump being blatantly racist. You think Joe Biden is better? They the same, man.
Right.
They the same. Joe Biden get to hide under black people, man. He get to disguise himself by what black people love. And now they about to show you. She already talking about prostitution. Just got in the office, man. Good night. It's ridiculous, man. Anything else?
That's a lot, yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Is that like including like even show you like they finna be on some real sexual deviance?
They about to be the devil that they been, man. Ain't nothing changed with them. They got homosexuality established. They what Commander Yahanna say? They gonna move in child molestation. They gonna find a way where the adults can have sex with children. They gonna find a way.
It's like it's certain, and they don't see nothing wrong with it because their forefathers did it. The Greeks did it. The Romans did it.
Yeah, that's their nature. That's why the Lord said, "Learn not the way of the heathens." He
Right.
know he let you know that the heathens are disgusting, man. You read Leviticus chapter 18, what them Egyptians was doing, sleeping with their mom and all that garbage, sleeping with their fathers. The Lord told us, learn not the way of the Egyptian and the heathens, man.
Right.
And you want to be Kemet in the Kemet community. Know what I mean?
It's like it's that a lot of people don't know, man. That Egyptian culture is real homosexual, man. They wear makeup. I mean, they wear skirts.
And the women whores, man.
Yeah,
Every
right.
time you think about them conscious women, they always, when they post them pictures, man, it's always freedom to expose their body.
Sir.
You know what I mean? I have the right to expose my body. That ain't what the Lord said.
Those the same ones talking about the black woman is God too, man.
Yeah, that's them.
Oh, man.
They think they God. They not
That's
God.
a lot, yes, sir.
God gonna send them hurricanes, them floods, and their punishment. He gonna send that sword. You think you God? The real Lord gonna send punishment your way. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Cause I be saying the same thing when I be saying like they be literally like they come saying like, oh, that's women empowerment. Like what? How is that? Like what? I don't get it. It's like.
Yeah, man. It ain't for you to get. It's confusion, man. It ain't nothing for you to get. I'm gonna conclude the class. Anybody got anything else before we conclude it? All right, with that, I'm gonna pass the class on to Precinct Officer Akaz.
Let's go. All right. Get those pieces of props in hand again. I.S.U.P.K. announcements, security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the heads to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment, Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8 through 10, means tenth in Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of increase Yahweh gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund is a free will offering for the priest. It is not mandatory. Upcoming holy convocations will be the Feast of Dedication, December 9th. If anyone wants to be a trooper.
Also, everybody for the Atlanta school, We got a barbecue here after Sabbath day class on Saturday.
Sign Christ.
Anybody want to stay and join us for the barbecue? You are well welcome.
Right.
So we want everybody to know that. Go ahead, Warren.
Come on, sir. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headbands, or scarves. That being said, we'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Mazim, Shabbat, Azim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua Barakatah. Mazim Batah, his hands down. Any sisters on the line? Any sisters on the line? All right, Most High in Christ. We'll give one courtesy salute to the sisters as well.
Don't turn.
SARS means a turn. Men of Israel, Amazim.
No, that's just what to do.
Sisters, I want you to put your feet together at a 45-degree angle. Right hand over left hand. Head slightly bowed. And when we actually shame face, and once we say our salute, you salute it back to us. Understood? All right. Men of Israel, Amazim. Shabbat. Amazim. Barak. Yahweh Shema Latham Bahashim Yahushua. All right. What she said was, Lord, watch over you in the name of Christ. Mazal B'tah, his hands down. That is the class.